more people to upgrade, here is a pricing tip. Imagine you want to sell more coffee. Are you better to price it at $4.95 or $5? That's what researchers were keen to know. Pricing at $4.95 is an example of just below pricing, where you price your product to avoid the left digit ticking over to a higher number. And it's a well-known pricing technique. But what does it do to overall sales? Turns out pricing at just below a threshold can reduce the odds your customer will upgrade. And that's because it's painful to cross the price barrier. In one experiment, almost twice as many people upgraded when the price was at threshold, like $5, than when it was just below at $4.95. This and other research tells us two things. If you want people to upgrade, your lower price needs to have the same left digit. In other words, be in the same threshold. And if it doesn't, focus less on the upgrade's total price and more on the differential they have to pay. I only realised there was a cockroach in the bottom of my water glass after I'd taken a mouthful. It's an unpleasant experience, isn't it, when realisation comes too late, when you wish you'd seen the full picture before you acted. When it comes to anticipating how people respond to something we create, whether that's a marketing campaign, product launch, or policy rollout, we're often not getting the full picture. That's because we typically rely on two things: what they've done in the past or what they say they'll do. We overlook what people don't even understand about themselves. But no matter how intelligent or well-intentioned, we humans are designed to be lazy, scared, and confused. If you've ever tried a plank or wall sit before, you'll know that being still can be more painful than moving. Your body starts to shake, your mind tells you to stop, and all you want to do is move. Decision making can be the same. It can feel easier to do something, do anything, rather than not. This is our action bias. But acting for the sake of relieving discomfort is not a great idea. Getting somewhere faster is pointless if there isn't where you should be. Sometimes spending time in stillness and enduring the pain of that is how you get better results. We ride in strangers' cars, sleep in strangers' homes, upload personal work to AI assistants. There's a saying that everyone has their price. Well, everyone has a tipping point where convenience outweighs risk too. When the fear of not doing something, of missing out on its benefits or falling behind, is greater than the fear of doing it. So if people are telling you they aren't ready to proceed, it might be because they don't fear not doing it enough. Participants in the study were asked to rate 6 strawberry jams that had earlier been rated by experts. Some were then asked to analyse why they rated each jam that way. When people just rated the jams without having to analyse their ratings were similar to the experts. But for those asked to analyse their rating, it changed their evaluation of the jams. According to the researchers, analysing their rating changed people's minds about how they felt. In other words, when we ask someone to reflect on a decision, it means they'll likely consider things that weren't important in their initial response, change it as a result, and not necessarily for the better. This reminds us we need to be very careful about asking people to justify their choices. Asking someone to scrutinise a decision they wouldn't normally think twice about can end up misleading everyone involved.